What's up, YouTube? This is Buckshot33, aka Boston Chris, back with a brand new video. And it's been a while since I've done an actual video. There's been a lot going on, just a lot of stuff happening. And the last couple weeks haven't been too, big as far as comic hauls are concerned and everything like that. So I've just kind of, taken kind of a back seat and, picked up some stuff over the past 2 weeks and then this week as well. But I went ahead and, got to the shop, so I have some stuff to show you guys. And beyond that, when I said that there's been a lot going on, as a lot of you know, my wife has been pregnant, and we were counting down until we got to actually meet our daughter. And, well, Sunday night, one of the biggest events of my entire life had happened. Probably the biggest event in my entire life went down, and my daughter was born. So, we welcomed her into the world, and it's just been amazing since the time that she's born. She's basically 3 days old now, and just, it's funny because, you don't really know what to expect once that happens. You know that you're expecting it to happen. You see it, and then all of a sudden she's here, and it's just like, wow, it really is a game changer. It really does, just completely make you look at things a lot differently. So, extremely happy that she's been born, and I want to thank everybody who has been really supportive and really just cool with everything all the way through. And thank everybody for the wonderful comments and just well wishes that we've gotten over the past couple days with the birth of our daughter. So with that, just wanted to go ahead and put that out there. So really happy about that. Next up, let's just get to the books. Let's just get into what I came here to do. Like I said, there's been a lot of different things going on in a couple of light weeks. So, outside of picking up a couple issues, I've also been able to pick up a couple short boxes to kind of help get some storage into the way. Like I have, a lot of cleaning up to do and trying to make things, just get things more organized with my collection and everything like that. But I was able to go ahead and get some books. So, first one we have is the Man Thundercats number 6. And this is the conclusion of the 6-issue story. It's been a really fun story. I love it just because it's two franchises from my childhood that were just ridiculously popular, and just really fun read. They did this really well. So if you're able to find the if you're able to find it in your local shop, pick it up. If not, wait for the trade. Definitely worth the read if you love He-Man, if you love Thundercats. Really cool story, really done well, and definitely will surprise you as to how some of the events occur in that book. Next we have Old God number 2. This is an Image book, really cool. Story about a bunch of immortals who are kind of I don't want to say they're kind of like a special ops team. I haven't gotten a chance to read this one yet. Issue number 1 was awesome. Like there's some really great action sequences in there. And I really like this book, so I would recommend this. Next, we have Old Man Logan, number 20. Really, cool series. I've picked this up since it started. One of the better Marvel titles, that just pretty much keeps Wolverine, even though it's not Wolverine as far as, the age that we're ready for him to be. He's an old man, he's, gritty, and really cool story. So definitely something that's worth picking up. Staying with Marvel, another really awesome story, great worth the pickup is Thanos. This is Thanos number 5. This has been a really solid series. Within the first 3 issues, he took on the entire Skye, including Gladiator and everything. Just awesome big battles. Again, Marvel title that's actually worth picking up and reading. Definitely something that, I'm a huge fan of Thanos. I love Thanos. So when this came out, I was getting it in the beginning, regardless of whether it was good, bad, ugly. And I've been rewarded for my loyalty, and really good story. Definitely one you should be picking up. If you have a ton of Deadpool books and you're looking for something, I guess, a little different, change of pace, something that's not quite the status quo of what Marvel has been doing, Thanos is a good pickup. Also, another book I can recommend, even though I don't have one in this haul, is Unworthy Thor. Very good book. Pick it up. Next up, we have Batman number 20. This has been, I would say, it's kind of a tie between, for my favorite Rebirth series, it's this and Green Lanterns. I love both of these series. And then coming in a very, very close second is, the close second is The Flash. Really, really good stories. Definitely worth picking up. Just been a fan of everything they've done with this. So, like I said, I haven't gotten a chance to read this issue, but I've read everything else up to this point. Really, really awesome story. Okay, so gets us to this week's stuff. So I'm going to start off with independent book. And this is Skye Doll number 2. Really, really nice art. This was recommended by JLS Comics. He was just letting me know about, book that was, really good art. Kind of a, word-heavy story, but it's good, though. It's a lot of explaining, really beautiful art. Done by 2 former animators at Disney. So pretty cool. The cover's really nice. They didn't have the I guess, variant cover, which is red, and it shows all 3 of, I guess, the main characters on it. But really cool, so I'm definitely going to go ahead and give this a read. I browsed through it really quickly, but definitely a cool looking book. So, and like I said, JLS recommendation. Next up, we have Mortal Crush number 5. So far the series has been alright. Not quite great, but pretty cool. I love the cover on this one. If you've ever seen the movie Tron, this is what it reminds me of. What's the second movie in Tron? Oh, Tron Part 2. I forget what they called it. Tron Regenerated, Re-Energized. Tron the Second. I don't know. I forget. I've seen the movie, and I thought it was pretty cool. I just don't remember what the actual full-out title is. It's one of those, Tron, such and such, one of those buzzword titles. But this reminds me of, in the movie, there's a masked character, and just in case you guys want to see it, I'm not going to ruin it and say who it is, but it reminds me just of that, so pretty cool cover. Overall, it's not, like I said, it's not the greatest story on earth, but it's actually pretty good. Little change of pace, a little different from, superhero stories and stuff like that, so definitely worth the read. I would say, like I said, if you don't pick it up on its own, look for a trade. Nothing bad with that. Next, we have Amazing Spider-Man number 26. And I do love these Alex Ross covers. These are just really beautiful covers every single time. I skipped number 25 because I wasn't paying $10 for just a single book. But, back on the horse, definitely going to keep going with this. They introduced Silver Sable in issue 25. And, they're going to keep going with this. There's some stuff going on with Norman Osborn in 25 that leads into 26. So, like I said, wasn't paying $10 for a brand new book. That's just stupid. But pick this one up to keep going with the story. When 25 it lands in the dollar bins, then I will pick it up. Until that point, you can have it. Next, we have Old Man Logan number 21, and I do like this cover. I saw the Greg Land cover in my shop, and I just didn't feel like paying the extra money for it. I thought this was pretty cool. Like I said, Old Man Logan's a really great series, so definitely one I'm going to keep going and picking up. Alright. Next, I picked up another newer title. This is called Weapon X number 1. I haven't read it. I don't know if I'm going to stick with it, but I really did like this round limb cover, so I picked it up. I was like, you know what? That's not bad. I like that. So, love that he's in the old school brown and yellow uniform, and then you have Sabretooth in his original uniform as well. So, really, really cool stuff. Next, we have another book that I picked up strictly for the cover. I like that, it's a very, very well done book. And I probably should have picked up the rest of them just because it looks pretty cool. This is, I guess, either the final issue or something having to do with just basically like a special issues thicker book. A lot of different artists on this. Emma Guinness is in this. Arthur Adams is in this. Phil Noto's in this. This is the Arthur Adams cover, so really, really cool, picture of Thanos. I'm not quite sure how many of them. I know Arthur Adams and I think Phil Noto are both going to be at Boston Comic Con, so I'll probably see if I can get them both to sign this. I just don't know if I want to get them to see it. Maybe ask them to sign the inside cover, or maybe have Arthur Adams sign like down here, and then have Noto sign the inside. Just because I don't want to actually cover out, this whole cover up in, just signatures. And it's actually a pretty cool wraparound cover, so I think that's pretty cool. But again, not something I was always reading. I just kind of picked it up because the cover was the Thanos cover. But continuing on, we have The Flash, number 20. Always pretty cool. And so I guess like they're introducing Iris West, which is the wife of, and I'm not quite sure if she's married to Wally West, because Wally West is a teenager, but I do remember Iris being in the original comic, and she was ended up getting killed by Professor Zoom. That's, I want to say like back in the 70s or 80s that happened. I don't know. I don't own the issue. I just kind of browse over his origin story. But this has been a pretty solid series from DC Rebirth. So definitely something that I would recommend checking out if you haven't yet. Next up, we have Seven to Eternity, number 5. This is the second cover, the cover B. I didn't know that when I picked it up. I just saw it on the stand and I picked it up. So, either way, really cool story. Definitely, one worth reading. Rick Remond is on the book, so really awesome writing team. Jerome Opeña does some really beautiful art, so definitely be checking this book out. The first issue is up to, I think, like a 3rd or 4th printing, so definitely a popular book. What I would recommend if you haven't picked up any of them, or if you ever see a first print, pick it up, because definitely worth, it's definitely one of the covers that you want to have, or one of the books you want to have, just because it's very popular. On eBay, it can fetch a pretty decent price, so I'm actually mad at myself for not getting more of number 1 when I had the chance, but overall, too, really good story. Next, we have Green Lanterns number 20. Another great series by DC. Again, like I said, I put it up there with Batman is one of my favorite series of the DC Rebirth. So definitely cool. I want to say that this is the variant cover. So this is the variant. This is what my store had most of. They didn't have the first cover. The way you can tell a variant versus the actual regular cover is just because it'll say DC Rebirth on the top. It won't tell you what the story is or the storyline is. So, not a big deal, but definitely something I'll be reading to catch up on. I have these next few days off, from work, to just go ahead and focus on the baby and everything like that. And speaking of that, now, she may only be 3 days old, but she does give me recommendations now, so this is going to be Allie's recommendation of the week. And Allie went ahead and told me when I went to the shop, Daddy, get this one. So I was like, alright, let me go ahead and pick this up. So, Allie's pick of the week, and this is going to be, just an ongoing thing that I'm going to do. Anytime she lets me know what book is the book that, she likes the best, I'm going to go ahead and let everybody know. So, Allie's pick of the week for this week is none other than Heathen number 3. Heathen is a great series. If you're not picking up this book and you see it, you gotta pick it up. For 2 reasons. Number 1, the story is incredible. The art is really good. I'll give you 3. Story's incredible, art's really good, and very low print run. If you if you miss out on this book, not quite sure what you're gonna have to go. If you can find it in a shop a week or 2 later, if you do, you're lucky. If you don't, then it's onto eBay, and they're catching about, I would say, anywhere from $15 to $25 a piece, just because they sell out very, very quickly. So really cool story. Definitely something that you need to be putting in your pull list if you have the ability. I've said it many times. You can watch Undisputed Frost's recommendation of the book. He did a whole review on issue number 1 a few weeks back, and he raves about this book. I rave about this book because it's just that good. So definitely pick it up. And so that's going to be it for my haul. That's what I have going on. I do have some things that came in the mail that I'll go ahead and unbox at a different time. I just figured that this was, you know, a lot of different information all at once. So I didn't want to go ahead and just, you know, bog it all down with unboxings too. So I'll be making a video for that, you know, or I'll be making some videos for those as the time goes forward. But with that, I'm going to get going. So I want to thank you all for watching. Again, this has been Buckshot33, aka Boston Chris. Oh, before I go, I just want to go ahead and promote a couple things. So, the JLS live show every Tuesday. You know, we were just on there this past Tuesday. I came on a little bit later on, but definitely had a great discussion, great show. So check that out every Tuesday at 8:30. You know, Eastern Standard Time. Great show, great fun. Chaz did a live show on this past Tuesday as well. I wasn't able to be on there just because everything going on with the baby and all that jazz, but definitely a great show to check out. I'm not sure if he's going to keep doing them live. He's kind of taking a little bit of a hiatus from it, so but just keep an eye out for Tuesday nights, see if Chaz comes on. Also, you know, Saturdays he sometimes does a show now as well, but it used to be a regular, now it's kind of spotty, but always keep an eye out for Chaz because you never know when he's going to go live and have some great stuff. Saturday nights, you need to check out The Perfect Plex with, it's going to be on Undisputed Frost channel with, you know, great panel, including myself, talking about wrestling, you know, catch up on Raw, you know, some of the indies, just all this different stuff. Raw, SmackDown, indies, WWE, pretty much anything wrestling. Is the greatest hour of wrestling talk that you're going to see. So come on, check us out, Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, on Undisputed Frost channel, The Perfect Plex. I want to thank you all for watching. I want to hope you guys come over and join us on all those different live shows. Be sure to go ahead and you know, show some love. Check out the last Perfect Plex. Check out JLS's live show from last Tuesday, and also check out you know, Chaz's live show from Tuesday as well. And I didn't mean to say last Tuesday. I meant to say check out. So from last night, I'm very tired. New babies, you know, they definitely take a lot of energy out of you because of the fact that you're on their time, you don't have your own time. So, but last night, was it last night? Yes, last night. You know, check out those 2 live shows that came through, and also this Saturday, check out the Perfect Plex as well, 9 p.m. And check out last week's Perfect Plex. Really fun show, really great panel. So I'm gonna get going. Let me know what you think. You know, hit me up with a comment. Give me a like if you like what you see. And if it's your first video, you know, go ahead and subscribe. Watch some of my other stuff. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. This has been Buckshot33, aka Boston Chris. I have to go back upstairs and take care of the baby and all the rest. So thank you for watching. Everybody have a great week. Happy collecting. I'm out.